Hello everybody, this is Money Mom. I'll be uploading this Saturday. I know in 2018 everybody's been talking about how can we be more productive, how can we get more done. Let's get started and talk about this. First, I want to say this is a process I'm still working through myself, and I'm finding things that work for me. So one of the questions that I say is, why do we think it takes so long for us to get projects done or anything accomplished? It could be anything. You name it. Something that you want to get done, that you want to work on, okay? And so we'll say that you want to work on going through old paperwork and files to get more organized so that you know where important paperwork is when you need it. We'll just give that task as an example. Well, why don't we get that done? I think a couple reasons, 3 reasons. Number one, we see the task is too big of a task, and then when we look at it, we're overwhelmed by it. That's number one, and you may agree with that. Number two, we are multitasking, and we're having people talk to us, and we're trying to accomplish things. We're trying to be on the phone at the same time, or something like that, or oh, we see dinner needs to be ready, and we're not allotting a time for it, or we're multitasking, trying to do several things at once. And I'm going to get to well, actually I will do another video on the multitasking, and I think I may have spoken about this before. Veering off a little bit, I see so many people lose things, important things, when they multitask. I think we're all guilty of it. You know, we're trying to maybe write out bills or something, and then we get a phone call and we answer it, and then we'll lose our place, or we misplace something, you know, because we're multitasking instead of being focused on one thing. So I think the multitasking can hurt us. And number 3, distractions. We all have them. We know what we mean. So how do we ever overcome all this? This is kind of what I'm doing, and I really want to get back in the habit of having, quote, my power hour, where I dedicate an hour and I figure out some tasks and things I want to do and turn off all distractions. So the first thing that I'm doing is turning off the phone, seeing if anybody in the house wants me, or if there's any urgent need that I need to do first, anything I need to take care of, okay? Because, example, I used to go try to cook on the stove, plus run over to the computer and check things. And a couple times now, I've burnt up a couple pans doing that. I've burnt, you know, stuff on the stove doing that. So now I'm like, okay, when I'm cooking on the stove, I stay there. If I have to stand by that kitchen, I stay there, because every time I walk away from that stove, a disaster happens. So basically, when I do cooking or anything now, and I need to concentrate, and I can't have a distraction, I turn off the phone, I set a timer, and I work on that task undistracted. I know it's easier said than done, guys, but I think distractions really can hurt us. So I just wanted to share that's kind of what I am doing right now. And I'm also letting friends and family know, hey, I'm not going to be available to talk during this 1 or 2 hours, because I'm going to be working on something. And I wanted to let you know that. So if you call, you can leave a message and I'll just call you back, because I really need to focus. Because believe me, you can tell by my personality, I'm here, I'm there, I'm everywhere, and I am queen of distraction. So I just kind of wanted to share that. I do kind of feel like many people do procrastinate due to distractions. So I want to ask you guys, do any of you have a power hour or a time where you want to focus on getting something done? Because I think many times, name a task, I think it takes us a lot longer to do that task than what it needs to, because of the multitasking and distractions, not focusing. And I mentioned also about that task being, you know, overwhelming and so large. Well, another thing that I've been doing is breaking that tasks up into little bits. So I might say, I'm going to work on this for 30 minutes, or I'm only going to do a portion of, you know, this task, and then I'll do another portion, and I break up a large job into mini jobs. Before letting you go, I do want to mention to you, remember that Got a Minute series where I told you that my husband and I needed to work on our wills, and we kept putting it off. What we did is we put it on the calendar. Well, guess what? Last Saturday, we worked on our wills because it was on the calendar. That really helped get something we didn't feel like doing done. So before signing off, I want to do a shout out to a really good channel that I'm just starting to get to know, and a very sweet lady. organized by Darci. She has one of the most lovely homes, and she shows you, you know, easy to do projects. She has excellent, exquisite taste, and she said something really sweet in one of her videos. She said how much she appreciated the comments and that she will make sure to reply to everybody, and I thought that was very sweet. So I'd love to hear anything that you want to say on this topic, because your opinion is very important to me. I love y'all, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.